Okay guys, so here I've got Abaddon now finished. We've got his eyes in there. Obviously we've got his armour done, his base is done. All that's left now is to do the eyes that are situated throughout his armour. And I've gone ahead and just primed the put some white back in these to bring them back ready for this next step. So obviously that didn't need to be shown on camera for you guys. And then it's just a case of going back through the model, adding any edge highlights that we think, or that I think may be needed, battle damage and things like that, you know, neatening those areas up, adding a few more edge highlights to like edges such as this, and then we can weather him. And obviously the weathering on him is going to be done the same time as we do the main base and Loken. So as far as the videos go for Abaddon, today will be the last one, guys. So let's get started. So first of all, we'll go around and do all of these eyes. And all I need to do for this, the colours I'm going to be using here are Flash Gitz Yellow, Troll Slayer Orange and Evil Sun Scarlet. And obviously start with, we're just going to get some yellow into these areas. Now obviously some of these smaller ones are going to be a little bit fiddly, but hopefully I can get the effect that I am after, and hopefully we can get it on camera for you guys. Now looking at this, I'd say that Moorcast Bone, which is the base colour that I've put under this, is actually a very good colour to get a good yellow. So there's a bit of a bonus. That is coming up very nice and clean. Usually yellow is a fairly difficult colour to get opaque enough and to look yellow enough. I think this one's actually coming out pretty nice. Just try and find the best angle to get the brush in here. Right, so now I've got all the yellows in, I can now start mixing in a little bit of that Troll Slayer orange and going just around that outside edge. Now this will take a little bit of layering up, and backwards and forwards between obviously the orange and the yellow, just to get a bit of a blend between the two. So as you can see here, I use the yellow as the base tone, or the base colour. Put that orange around and got that sort of sharp edging for the yellow, or between the yellow and the orange. And then as I mix backwards and forwards between the colours, because they're still wet on the model as I'm doing this, I'm able to get a fairly smooth blend between the two. Also with the paint still on the bristles, I can get that in there as well. So hopefully we can see that. I'll adjust the light slightly, get that to focus. You can see some of that orange working in there. Now this will show better once the red is on. And so what I'm going to do is thin down this red. And what I'm aiming to do is get this just around the edge, right where that metal is. Like so. Clean the brush and then just stipple right around the edge where we want that orange blend. That's quite strong there. And then we can come back in with this yellow. That's going to blend over the top of the orange into the red, giving us a bit more orange and a lost arm. And then from that I can just build up this yellow now and get that nice and bright in the middle. And then again, very carefully, just stipple that yellow right on that blend line between the orange and the yellow, and you can bring that back down right into that red. Clean the brush and do the same again on this side. There we go, and hopefully you can see we got that red to orange to yellow blend. So now we just need to do the same with this. So we're just going to line around the edge with the thin down red. rinse the brush, grab that yellow and come back right into that middle. There we go, there's the middle one. That was even easier. Same down the bottom. Right, back of the hand here. So again, I'm going to get that yellow one there, get it wet. Into the orange. Blend that. And then get the red in there. Back to the yellow. And then stipple it outwards. Now obviously I'm going over that area in the middle that's going to be black, but that's not a problem. There's obviously, we'll just paint over it with the black. So there's that one. And then we'll just retrieve his arm. And we'll keep this off and go straight at it on here, like so. Right, so now we'll work backwards through these, grab that Abaddon black and just mark out that central eye or slit, whatever it is. And obviously, like I said last time, there is actually one just under the snake's head here. try and pick it out. And then this one that we went over. And there we go, so that is all the eyes done. So the only things left now are to go back over, edge highlight a few areas, and for this I'm just going to mix up a little bit of that Ulthuan grey with some Abaddon black, and then all we can do with this, like I say, is go back in and just edge highlight and bring a little bit more definition and highlight into these edges. So obviously we've got this scar, well, you know, this groove chunk taken out of here. We've got the maxilla legs. Just going to thin this down slightly. There's also a bit more light here showing, or a bit more exposed area showing than I expected. So it's just going to come down the middle here a little bit more prominent. And pick off some of these scratches and such, make them stand out a little bit more with that brighter colour. Oh, a bit too much there. Okay, just on the arm here, we'll do the same thing, just pick off some of these edges, make them a little bit brighter for the highlights. Right, so that's the arm on. And there we go. So now all we've got to do is edge highlight some of the red areas a little bit better. And for this I'll use the Wild Rider red that we've got. There we go. So that is all of the reds done. And then last but not least, we can do the golds around his boot trimmings, because obviously holding the model and having it with the blue tack and that has worn away at the paint. So I'm just going to go in the same as I did with the rest of the gold on the armour. Make sure I do get the inside here. And I've got gold on me green. That's not a problem though, I can fix that easy enough. See if we can take it off whilst it's still wet. There you go. Fixed. Okay, so now for some Retributor armour on that lower gold area. We're just going to concentrate this on the outside edge. Obviously it's the bottom of his foot, it's not going to catch a huge amount of light, but the back will. Now we can do the same on this side. Like I said, the gold down here isn't going to matter too much. It is going to be covered up with dirt and dust anyway. Now I did notice somewhere on this piece that I had missed some studs. I think it was on the back of the leg. This leg here has a stud just there, and the bottom one doesn't. And I've already got this side. And then that is it for the studs. And a small one in his gauntlet there. One on the underside of the gauntlet, just there. Got all of them ones. And I think, aside from a little bit of grey on the hair, just to add a few bits of highlight. There we go. And there we have him, guys. One completed Abaddon. Ready to fight Loken.